Hello. Gonna play some 1 minute, I think. But a weird thing, you'll notice I Am Ravensturt is streaming right now. And I actually was at a tournament in 2018 where he was there. I think he's from the New York crowd of chess players. I'm from Massachusetts. But there was a tournament in New Jersey, a team tournament, and he was playing on one of the teams, and his game was going long, and a lot of people were huddled around the game. And at least two people came up to me and asked if I was his brother. So it was a weird experience. No real punchline to that story, but strange times. All right, let's play a kind of pseudo Grunfeld. I feel my mouse speed is low today. I like to fianchetto the bishop and have a very solid center before I start expanding the queen side against this kind of play from white. b6 or b5, I'm never sure, but I'm going to play b4 and bishop a6. I think I'll open the e-file so that they have to worry about rook e8. They do threaten a pawn. Do I care? Yeah. Let's play queen b6. Bishop f4 will hit my queen anyway. Didn't, for some reason, see this. This looks quite scary. Can I play d4? Does mean bishop a6 won't be so useful, but maybe I can play rook e8 and something to e5. Okay, I have a check. They're still playing significantly faster than me. I hung a pawn, but we both missed it, so yay. I think I'm being much too slow. Maybe I should take on g5 next. Play queen c7 first, maybe try to play knight e5 at some point. Or knight e7. Try to play knight f5. Guess I should take this first. I'm hanging a pawn on c5, maybe, or a5. They can certainly grab that, but I hit a4. Still playing too slow. My knight's kind of weak. I hung a queen. Yeah. Alright. Bad first game. 0 for 1. Gotta be much faster. Let's go to an English. Try to pre-move some moves in the opening. Not get so far behind on the clock. I guess h3. Try to meet h4 with g4. Okay, now I'm not so worried because their king is committed kingside. Knight on d5, very helpful. Helps control the f4 square, which makes a lot of their pushes less strong. And if they do this, I get the c-file forever, which can be annoying for them. But what to do next? Let's make some improving moves and try to make them quickly. If I have easy moves to make, I should certainly be making them even, Okay, but I'm going to get my knight into e6, and then I get c7. The queen is almost trapped. I can just take e7. I threaten knight f8 still, or knight c7. I guess I'll take and play knight c7. Just got to make sure I don't hang anything on g3. Okay, I get h5. Alright, this game has gone well. Let's play a check. Maybe play f6, threaten mate on g7. Can take this, maybe bishop e4 next. I think they can safely resign. Alright, bishop e4. Queen to h7 next. Yeah. Alright, 1 for 2. That was a pretty clean win. Feel good about that one. What to do today? Let's play a Caro-Kann. Okay. Guess I want to get my bishop out of the chain. No rush to do anything with it, but maybe bishop d6 and queen c7. The pawn looks a little hard to defend. Okay, they had a pretty comfortable way to defend it, admittedly. Can't castle queenside because f7 hangs. No one has the 2 bishops, so I'm not too worried about them having 1 bishop versus my knight. I try to play queen f7. Maybe g6 and f5 and try to get a knight into e4. Because I can contest their knight if it comes to e5, but they cannot contest my knight on e4 without using their knight to do so. Let's start moving towards that. Maybe to g4? Alright. I think I'm okay trading queens here. I have done silly things with my knights, but I'm going too slow. When you can hear me click, it's always a bad sign. Alright, I've gotten rook trapped, so I'm starting to feel pretty bad about this position. I guess I gotta defend that. Try to bring a knight to d5. Okay, I can take that. Let's check. Okay. Guess I won't give them this pawn. Gotta be faster though. Try to get my king into f4. So I might be able to annoy them. Go play f3. Still trying to play f3. Trying to play quickly. Alright, not quickly enough. And probably could have kept the rook, but got scared on the time situation. Alright, the English went well last game, so we'll repeat that. Okay, play h3 immediately this time. Just gotta stick my knight on d5 to make sure I control f4, and then try to play a quick f4 myself. Not sure why they want to do this trade. I guess I'll stick a bishop on g5 if they don't have h6. Now c7 looks a little weak. Because d6 falls now, right? Maybe bring my bishop back to e3. I don't mind them tempoing my queen. I'll just come back to probably c5. Do we want to keep my bishop? Yeah, I think my bishop's better than theirs. They might be able to grab a2. I should be careful. Alright, now they can't. I like my bishop on e3. They can play rook d8 here. Alright, a3 and b4. Try to get into d5. Just take it. Don't see the problem. I should have seen the problem. Yeah, they can take and win f2. But the game's not over. I can pin that. I don't threaten queen c4 check. I wish I did. Ooh, do I have a discovery? I feel like I should have a discovery here. Let's play a check, and then queen b2 unless they go to h7, so they blundered this. Should have gone to h7 to avoid the check. Then I can pre-move queen d2. Got too much risk. My pawn's protected. Yum. Play h4 for reasons. Alright. And they resigned. Okay. I think I'm 2 for 4, which isn't the greatest. Or 2.5 for whatever it is. Alright. Close Sicilian. Or some kind of close Sicilian, specifically a Grand Prix. Let's try to keep my pawn structure intact. Knight d4 at some point. Okay, can't. I'll take a pawn. Can't complain. Oh, I could have grabbed on c2. I probably should have grabbed on c2. Let's do so now. They can't take c5 because I have queen d4 check, forcing queens off. Or at least I don't think they want to, and they chose not to. I don't have problems with knight c6. Go to c7, I guess. Try to play rook d8. We can just take that. I assume they'll play f5. They sort of threatened bishop h6. So let's try to trade queens. Gotta speed up. They're going to get the rook in. Oh, I don't think they should have done this. This just gives me a free pawn. They should have traded and played rook d7. Always check. It might be mate. Now let's play rook e8, threatening queen e5 check. Hitting the bishop. Maybe bishop d4 next. Their queen might be hard to keep connected to their rook. Just poke, maybe come to f5, hit h5. That looks a little hard to defend. They did not. Let's go for the endgame. Ooh, I don't have that check. Alright, let's defend everything. Just keep it all under control, though this does open up my king potentially. Alright, got a sidestep. Okay. Not handling this ideally, but give a check. I meant to come to e4. Playing too slow. Yeah, too slow. Alright, I'm going to play a new opponent. Whenever someone starts getting the sense that you're too slow, it's always unpleasant to play the next game against them, because they're just going to go really fast from the start, and when you're not in a speedy moment... They should play h5, yeah. Okay. I think I can take on c6 and then take on e5. And try to get that endgame. Okay. Maybe take f. Right. They have no fear. I should have some fear. This looks very scary. They can't take on h2 yet. They can't take on g3. Try to get queens off. If I get queens off, this is a good position. Threaten queen d8 mate. And hang mate in 1. Ooh! Bad. Bad show. I guess I defend h2 how? h4 seems kind of ridiculous. If I play a rook f2, they have knight g4. So probably tricky to defend. I think I was doing okay, though. Alright, let's try to get big center. Or at least a center. They haven't touched their king side yet, so I'll just start expanding. Try to play d4. Let's play h3, just so we can play g4 if they play h4. I want to play d4. I think I've prepared it. I want to advance something, but I'm not sure what. So I guess we'll go slow for a little. That undefended my bishop. That's probably not helpful. Where am I going? I don't know. Let's play knight b4 to d3. Question their knight. I would like to trade it. I'd also like to try to push e5, though it hangs g2, so I gotta be careful about it. So let's come back to e3. They can take on e4. This is a blunder. But... nope, can't get away with that. Gotta go faster. Think about sneaking in on b6 at some point. They can win e4. But I didn't see much to do about that. Sort of threatening rook takes e4 and queen d8 mate. It's not unsneaky. Ooh. Rook f2. They can't play knight f3 because I take on d8 after. So where's their knight go? Yeah. Didn't have a square. Try to open things up. Can I play this? Maybe. If I hit my queen, I'll come to e7. Ah, they're hitting e6 as well. So this was a horrendous blunder. From a actually okay position. Try to get the knight to d5. And I have to trade queens, but the knight's still good on d5. Have a check. Let's come here. Oops. Yeah, they're good. Okay. It was hopeful for a moment there. Let's play another Sicilian. Try to get a classical. I should have played e5, I think, to stop this Maroczy stuff. Alright, we'll go for a quick d5. I think they should have played knight c3. I'm not sure why they did it this way, because I don't like how I handled this. But now the position's very pleasant. Bishop b4 is terrible. Let's make a sound move. I'm okay with the isolated pawn. Do they have bishop b5 check? Yeah. But I don't think they win a pawn. They can't take on d5. Alright, their knight doesn't do much over there. They can take on a7, but I don't think they make it out. Alright, let's hit the knight. And maybe queen b8, hit b2. Bad position, bad position. Where am I going? Maybe knight h5 to f4? No. I don't think they should have gone for this pawn. I feel my position's a lot easier. Not sure why I think that. Let's make a check. And then come here. They don't have knight e7 check. Let's go back to b8. I should get myself luffed at some point. Okay. Take. Try to defend. Don't hang back ranks. Slowly work my king up. Do I want my king on the king side or queen side? I don't know. Probably queen side. Let's try to pester this way. Maybe play a5, a4, a3. Their knight doesn't really have an entry yet. Blocks their knight a little. No, I do not want to take. What am I doing? Okay. Ah, bad. Alright, let's play a couple more, see if I can make it back to 2500. It's hard to maintain the speed. Maybe I'll try a few games just looking at speed, trying to talk a little less, because I think I've done a decent amount of talking and poor results, so I'll try to do much less talking and hopefully good results. See how it goes. Why'd I go for a Caro-Kann though? Who knows? Trying to get to f4 maybe? Ooh. I guess I get g2 if I want it. Can't take it yet. Pester. Dream of coming to e3. Knight h6 is not mate. It is closer than I would like though. That's just a piece. Just move the knight, not even pinned. Think about knight e3. Okay, this works too. Just make sure everything's defended. And pretend that's what technique consists of. Maybe try to take h3. Or play rook g8. I might have a mating attack. Let's take here. e6 is defended. Don't think I care. What am I doing? I feel like they're walking into mate or trying to, but I don't see the mate, so where do I go? Where do I go? Alright, let's just take this. Okay. Okay, dude. Alright, well, played too slow, but got there in the end, despite their attempt to clock. Clawed one back. Can we claw some more? Passive position out of the opening, though I think their piece maneuvering was kind of poor, and knight f4 was a good idea, because g2 was very weak, and I had to make a lot of weaknesses to deal with it. And then they hung a piece, and what really matters is they hung a piece. This is the kind of the problem when you look over either bullet or blitz games quite often, or just lower level games in general, is like, oh, I did it wrong again. I got a horrible position out of this last time too. Are they going to go for e5 this time? Maybe bishop b4. If they take on d5, I have to take on c3. Let's take knight, see what their bishop's doing. Maybe insert queen e7 check. Okay, they have the two bishops for nothing. What was I talking about? Felt important. Probably wasn't. Okay, they don't have the two bishops. Try to get my bishop out. Rook f7, rook c4, rook f... this is probably not the right way to do it. Try to get two rooks to the 7th. If rook e1, I'll play g6, hit their rook first, and then try to bring my rooks in. Gotta not hang back rank mate though. Makes this non-trivial. Let's push the pawn. They have to not hang a back rank mate either. Oh no, I can't hang the back. Awkward. Okay. Handling this poorly. Very poorly. Okay. I now stop checks though. That's really useful. So I can push this, right? And maybe try to come to f5. Is that annoying for them? Check. Check. Come back. Come back. Alright, let's see if I can sneak past them. Alright, that was a iffy behavior, but Alright. So I was talking about, I think a lot of times in games people like focus on these strategic mistakes and how they got these bad positions, but the game's just decided by someone hanging a piece. And that's going to happen so often that the most efficient thing to do is just sharpen your tactics. I have to worry about knight e8. Okay. Against this, I think I played the same way. Take and b4. Take. Bishop e3. I'll be in time to play d4 if I want it. I want it. Okay. Queen d2 looks useful. Probably rook c1 next. The queen seems a little misplaced. Knight d5. I threaten rook c6. Which is sneaky if nothing else. Yeah. Okay. Does it do anything, though? I guess not. Fair enough. Sidestep pins. They should take on d5, I thought. I guess there's no rush. Alright, let's defend it. If knight d5, I can play, I think, rook c8. Because rook c8, rook c8, queen c8. Okay, didn't see this. Now, I think I'm still okay. Take on g5. Knight f4. Try to get d6. Sidestep. Alright, did get the pawn. They have queen b1. Fair enough. Is this just a draw? I think it's just a draw. Alright. They will try to prove otherwise. I think I'll take another pawn. Yeah, correct block, otherwise I can grab b5. Okay, gotta be fast. They can't do this. Right, I'm just gonna go for the draw, because I don't have the time. It is a win, but one that takes more than 2.5 seconds to win. Would be queen versus the pawn. It's actually probably easier because they had the c-pawn, right? So that's often a draw if they can get it to the 7th, which I should have been able to stop. But if I didn't, because they have the extra pawn, I still have a win there. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I'll just play an endgame. Try to play knight b5. Doesn't seem like such a bad plan. If a6, I think. Just come back. Think about knight c6. Does it do anything? Probably not. Gonna play bishop f3 and think about knight f5 tricks. They don't do anything, but shh, they might not know. Okay. Alright, they did get worried. Now we have the 2 bishops and we're on d5. Can we use the 2 bishops? Unclear. I attack something. Might get some pressure on e6. Might not. Don't know what I'm doing with my bishop. I really want to take on d5, so I'm going to try it. Looks cute, right? Did I find a good move? Maybe? I think so. I also have a rook e7 as a follow-up if I wanted it, but I think this is better. Yeah, this was clever. This wasn't, though. Yeah. Okay, okay. Luckily we got them on the clock. Man, got all happy I made a good move and did not follow it up. Okay, making progress. Make it back to 2,500. Always important to chase your losses. Not important. It's a lie. You do blunder a lot more when your position's a little tricky, though. So having like, I don't think Blitz and Bullet are completely removed from kind of strategic concerns. I think, and I really think having a position where you know what the standard ideas are is really useful, because it means you can make reasonable moves quickly and keep your position sound. I kind of want to play c4, but I don't know if it's good yet. Let's try it. What am I doing? Why am I doing? No idea. Now I lose the c4 pawn if they want it. They did not. I have no idea what I was thinking here. Let's hit a4. They're going to play knight e5. Nah. Fair enough. Okay. Take, knight d5. f4 is a little awkward for them. Maybe then I trade on e5 and play queen c6. Can't take on e4. Alright, let's make sure they can't push e6. And try to work my knight somewhere interesting. Not sure where yet. Maybe f5. Maybe queen e8, hit a4 again. Let's do that. Ooh, looks very scary to take that. Okay, knight c6. Try to take d4. Now my rook has a retreat square, so I feel a little better about grabbing this. Can I play queen c6 next? Maybe. I can't say this endgame looks good, but it doesn't look immediately lost. Okay, let's defend it. Let's hang a knight. Okay, well. Fair enough, yeah. Ooh. They were 180 below me. Not great, not great. But we're still chasing losses. Everyone playing these King's Indian attacks. To be fair, I'm not handling them well. I think I'm going to play a quick f6 and try to undermine because they don't have d4 right now. Yeah, they might feel obliged to do something like that. a6 still looks like a nice diagonal. I'm going to take if they put anything on e5. I don't think I mind too much. Get my rook off the long diagonal. Maybe try to play d4. Where do my pieces go, though? That's the problem with these cramped positions. Alright, I'll go back and forth for a bit. Still strongly considering d4. Just poking and prodding. This doesn't do anything useful, but I pretend to attack a2. If I can get these two pawns, let's evict that. They can take d4, but I don't know that they should. Okay. They also can take that, but again, not sure how much they wanted to. I'm not sure they didn't. Let's push our pawn. Rook check. I going? Don't know. Always repeat. Okay, well, that repeating worked. Okay, that was a huge blunder. Now we're lost. Nope, that's another blunder. Okay, they missed it. Okay, I don't think they can defend b3. b3 falls and h3 falls, then there's hope again. Let's play h5. Nah, too slow. Ooh, we're not getting there. I think I'm not fast enough today. I should switch off the English. I'm not feeling the positions right now. We'll prevent their intent. I mean, he's got to play a little slower because he's got to worry about h3. But once my knight's on f4, h3's covered, so now I have time for a king g1 to king h2. They could have tried to grab stuff with g5, but that looks ridiculous. Seems okay. Happy with the bishop on f4, looking at their queen. One thing I gotta worry about is my pawn on d4 can be kind of loose. Just trying to make passing moves. Let's play d5. Because if b5 opens up, that could be an interesting square for my pieces. Alright, let's occupy d5 with a knight, because I'm winning h6 at the end, so I like having the tempo gain. Check. And the knight comes to f6. Totally missed this. Knight could still come to f6, but does it do anything? Not really. So let's double on the f-file. And blunder immediately. Okay. 2 pawns could be good, because when the rook's pushed back, I get queen d4 again. They should play f6 themselves. Let's play rook g1. Try to get at g6. Let's not allow trades. Gotta worry a little about h3. So I was thinking bishop f3, but now I'm thinking bishop f1 to make sure I keep h3 covered. Looking to play f5. And what can we do? Knight d5, knight g4. Don't let them come to e5. It's f6. Alright, gotta defend that. Bishop d3. They will play g5. Yeah, maybe try to get to d5. Oh, I allowed queen e5. What am I doing? Okay, gotta defend that. Still allowing queen e5. Yeah. Okay, hopefully they go to h8. They didn't. And I should not have drawn there. I should have made any other move. Ooh, bad time decisions. Alright, I think this will be my last game. Still, it's been a while since I played much chess, and if I'm maintaining around 2500, or a little under, that seems reasonable. Alright. We'll try to swap some pieces. Knight d4 hits the queen, why not? I did give up the 2 bishops for nothing. Ugh, what am I doing? Okay, I should take and play knight e7. Now they don't have the 2 bishops, so... Alright, we'll grab a2. They can grab b7 or e5. Their choice. Yeah, this is probably the right one. Let's go in. Pretend we're attacking. I have an outside pawn. Of course, I just hung it, so not for long. Okay. They did not go for it. Interesting. Let's push it while they win my other pawn. Rook a7, a2, rook a1, I have rook b1 check. So they have to be kind of careful. Because they cannot play rook a1 here. And I'm threatening rook b1, I think. Am I not? Alright. If I cannot win this, it will be a sad day indeed. This was intended to make this easier, but probably didn't, as most of my attempted technique decisions failed to do. Thinking about knight e3 check someday, depending on where their rook goes. Now let's come to c3. Swing the rook to win this pawn. No pawns for you, sir. Alright, hit f4. I gotta speed up. Wow. Way too slow. Let's block where their king is likely to run. And we did not get there. Wow. Can't end on that. I just can't do the time scrambles. Or I notice I'm in them too late. No good. Alright. Let's win one. Let's play fast. Let's play well. This is the dream. Playing knight f8 to g6, swing everything to the king side. h6 is usually useful. So is a6. Think about either sides, because my breaks are f5 and b5. And so I can sort of hint at either one. Almost always you want to take on f4 in these lines. Play rook e8. If e5, I'll play knight h7. Could play there anyway, but let's play rook b8. Make them think about b5. Put a little pressure on e4. Thinking about b5 again. Let's just sidestep. They don't have e6 because they don't have pressure on g6, but that can be a loose point. Okay, they think they do. And they are right. Oops. Okay, thought I had bishop c4 for a second, but I did not. Alright, this is disaster. So let's give them more lines opened. Not a good decision. Okay. Alright, just gonna try to close down the line I just opened for them. My bishop defends the mate, which is good. And that's just about the only good thing I can say about my position. If I take on d5 and they take back pawn, they have trouble, but they have no reason to do so. Alright, we will take that, because it seems unbearable to leave on the board. Ugh, what a bad position. Can I not just take this? I don't get it. Yeah. And I'm gonna lose another one on the clock. That's a shame. Am I? Wow! We won a scramble! Alright, gotta ride the high. We're still going for 2,500. This video is going to be a lot longer than I intended it to be. Okay, played this person a few times. Let's play Queen's Gambit. Let's play proper chess. An exchange. I don't play this properly, but you know what you're going to do. Okay. Keep the bishop. We're not keeping the bishop for long. Let's put the queen on c2. Knight might go to f4 someday. I guess I'm going to go kingside. I usually try to go queenside, but maybe a knight can go to f5 someday. Alright, we'll go for the classic minority attack. If they want to slow it, they can, but we're going to achieve it anyway. Sure, let's trade something. The queen b4 does not work. That's a rook. Boom! Like I said, all games are decided just by who happens to hang something. We can pretend the minority attack created weakness. I did not notice they were attacking the knight, genuinely. But luckily, they had hung a rook. Let's make a cute move. Doesn't do much, but maybe we come in with more stuff. Now the rook's actually attacked. It was a cute move. Feel okay about this one. I can just take. take. Kind of want to play a queen f8 next turn, and let's try to trade queens. We're also threatening rook h8. Is it really a threat? Ooh, throw in bishop d3 first, so if they play g6, I then have rook h8 much more strongly. Yeah, now it hits harder. And this should be mate next turn. Yeah. Cool, cool. 20 points away. We can do it. We're going to play traditional chess. e4, e5, d4, d5, queen's gambits. Solid play. e4, e5. Go for a Petrov. Is this what I do here? This is not what I do here. I guess I have to take, and knight e7 hung a pawn, but he didn't notice. Hurrah! We both confused move orders there. Right. I'll trade this and claim the position is going to stay closed, and thus my knights are better than their bishops. This is a pointless move, but I'm trying to now get knight h5 with tempo into f4. They can play g3, I have knight e2, maybe I come to d4, that was clever. Okay, they stopped knight e2, but I can come knight e6 to d4. Ooh, they tried to stop the knight getting to d4, but instead blundered far worse. Okay. Try to keep my knights as annoying as possible. Wow. Okay, rook d8. They can't play rook d1 because takes, and I have checks on f1. Maybe they can. Alright, that proves me wrong. Let's take on e4. Maybe think of taking on c4. Maybe knight e2 is annoying. I'm not sure it is. Maybe it is. Let's see where they go. Hit their bishop. Okay, let's just keep taking things. They can play queen f5 and threaten mate, but that shouldn't be too hard to face. Let's hit their rook. See where they want to go. Try to push the e-pawn. Okay, check. We'll be able to check on a1. And knight f4. Can they play queen f8? Do they have a trick? They do have a trick. Shoot. Really blew that one. That was bad. Very nice position. Don't know how I let it get away from me. Maybe I thought the pawn grubbing was even okay. I think it was the moves after that I was going to play Queen's Gambit. Well, we still can. Alright. Stable chess. Don't need to do anything. Just sit back, sit here, slowly advance the queen side. c5 looks good. How do they keep the pawn? I think they have to play bishop f8. Didn't see this, but it doesn't keep the pawn. Put the rook away. Simple chess. Try to play b4, push them back, try to minimize counterplay. I think the bishop would be better on c4. e1. Keep bringing pieces forward. Alright, now I can't contest their knight central square, so I'd love to try to push e6. Can we achieve this? I'm going away from my simple chess principle here. Ooh. Is this too optimistic? This might be too optimistic. Okay, well, if we trade queens, this looks pretty good. If we trade more stuff, it looks even better. Luckily, I have this at the end. Yeah. Oh, no, that was a bad move. Now I get a pass pawn easily. I was wondering if they'd actually kept this together, but... Okay. Somehow won that. Obviously was winning most of the way, but time always a problem. You know when you tell yourself you used to be, better at something, and I used to not get in time trouble, and of course I did. Alright, we allowed a Nimzo, which we didn't know what we're doing against, but luckily it wasn't played. So, solid chess. c4, bishop f5. All seems okay. Maybe knight f5, try to get the bishops. Okay. Don't want them to get in d4. If they get in d4, they really free themselves. So I'm going to try to play against that. Bishop f3 maybe? Okay. Keep my pawn structure together. Probably queen d4 next. Okay. They get rid of their knight. I get a pawn. It's not much of a pawn. I think I want to keep queens on because their king looks a lot weaker than mine. b7 might be weak. I can't take f7. I can take this and then b7. Because I hit d7, they don't have time to take on a2, so I get a second pawn this way. I'll have to clean 2 pawns. And now we'll double on the d file. If they play bishop g4, this is a horrible blunder, but otherwise it is safe. They did not. Bishop g4 obviously was a terrible move for them to make, hence why I felt fairly safe doing this. Yeah, they resign. Alright, 17 points away. Can we do it? Everyone plays the King's Indian. I can take it? I can just castle, right? Maybe I should not have done that. Maybe I should have retreated. Okay. They don't want the pawn. I will happily keep it. Probably going to play knight b4 someday. This seems like an opportune moment. I'm just going to cement in the knight. I should probably get my queen off the file with their rook. Okay. e4 is hanging. I should keep an eye on that. I should have probably taken it last turn. If they noticed. Thinking about rook d3 or knight d3. Not sure which. Probably rook. Kind of going on feel and not calculating enough, which is a bad sign. I'm on d2. Yeah. Oh man, I'm so glad I have c8 covered. I totally missed that I was potentially blundering mating nets even. This is so much worse than it was a move ago. They should play e5. This works too. Oh man, okay, gotta retreat. Behind on the clock. Bad position. I think we call this busted. That's obviously not ideal. Yeah. Not ideal. Don't know what I'm doing, but I have a check. Try not to get ourselves helpmated. That hangs my rook, but maybe they won't notice. This also hangs my rook. They didn't need to notice. And yeah, fair enough. Okay. I guess we've been playing 48 minutes, so I'm going to go for an hour. Keep playing through the frustration is always the wrong way to go. So we're going to, stick with it. Useful lessons. We were playing good chess, and now we're going to play only suspicious chess. And by good chess, I mean at least plausible openings for a bit. I have the 2 bishops. I wish I could get my king to... Yeah, okay. I don't think they should have done it like this. Because now I have the 2 bishops, I can evict their rook. I want the game to be open, so I don't think I want to take... I have knight b5 here. Ooh, that was much worse. I wanted to get in c6. I'm going to close the game. I like bishop c5. I feel like there's a fair chance they play f3, just to not have to worry about it, and that would be a huge blunder. I'm going to get my king to e7. I don't think bishop b4 is very helpful, but maybe I'll throw it in. And then come back to e7. a2 now looks kind of loose. Yeah. Alright, king f7. Bishop g4. Maybe now try to play bishop c5. Oh, hung everything. Oh god. And that is a huge blunder from them because they could have just taken my rook. No, I'm not dead. I should have been dead. Should have been dead. Alright, we'll take the file. Try to play bishop e3 and rook d2. They can block on d3, and I have no infiltration. They chose to do a different way, which is fine. Try to play rook g8 now, I guess. Ooh, don't wanna do it this way either. Ah, knight c6. Ugh, everything. Okay. What a disaster. Alright. e4, best by test. Against the Perk, I usually play this early f4 idea. Okay. Let's play normal moves. I suspect they're playing a black lion. Nope. I'll prevent b5. Get the bishop either to a3 or b2. a3 has one little trick. I'll play rook e8, and I will be very sad. I think bishop d3 is a useful move. It controls e4, so I can move the knight away to spin it over to the king's side, and it frees me up to play c4. And I know it looks odd, but I remember some book covering it, and it really struck me as a neat, complicated idea. Okay, we'll take the bishop. I think they have to take back rook so that they don't lose e5. They disagreed, but I think they were incorrect here. Ooh, now it all falls. I can take on f6. Maybe I'll threaten to take on f6 and then h6. That looks a little more testing. Maybe queen g3, force queens off. Doesn't anymore, but they were still willing. Let's get the rook in. Maybe f4, f5. Their bishop's actually trapped. Yeah, let's go f5 and bishop b5, maybe. Bishop a3 I like. Now bishop b5. If rook c2, I can take on f8, remove a defender. Still can. And this is pretty straightforward. Okay. Sure. It's almost mating. I think they have to play rook c8 to stop like mate coming quickly. Yeah, they resign. Alright. 26 points away. We can do it. We have 7 minutes. Let's play this move, but play d5, which I intended to play last time, but I've slipped. They let me get an e5. I don't think they had to. I'm not going to play particularly ambitiously. Just try to... Okay, I can take that. Can I insert knight c3? Maybe. I just up a piece? Threatening knight d5? I think so. I think I made it clever. It's a miracle. Rook d8. Then I guess knight f6, hit d3. Now knight d4. I take the bishop. And then I will be on e2. So actually they should, yeah, they should do it that way. Try to come to f5, harass the bishop. Keep poking. Let's just keep the pawn. Why not? Actually, their bishops are pretty annoying here. I am not handling this well. Okay, that just made it a lot easier. Rook c8? Yeah, have a trick. Yeah, okay. 6 minutes and 20 points. Playing e4 now. We're an e4 player. Okay. I like the 4 knights. Specifically the Spanish 4 knights, which I'd played against me this video, and I meant to play this. Ooh, I think d4 is a little something for white. And then come to f5, and just try to sit on the 2 bishops. And bishop g5 is very annoying for them. Like, how do they get out of this pin without making substantial weaknesses? For instance, knight d5. Guess I'll take maybe queen h5. They have bishop f2, but I don't think I should be concerned, and this is game over. Ooh, good one. Alright, we have 5 minutes to go and 15 points away. We're rolling. Let's play a Sicilian. Ideally a classical Sicilian. Though, still always having fun with the knight, or kind of like queen b6 here, because if knight b3, the bishop doesn't have its natural retreat, and sort of has to worry about discoveries. And we get a very, traditional Sicilian structure. We'll play knight a5. This might be a mistake. I might be blundering e5. I think I blundered e5. How can we get out of this with least damage done? I don't know. Let's take and get castled. They can get a second pawn. If they want it, they didn't want it. But I was hoping it would give me counterplay. So if I rook e8, I'm threatening to take on e5. Am I still threatening to take on e5? I think so. I think that was clever. Okay. I can insert bishop takes, and if they take pawn, I still have the pawn pinned. Nice, I did something good. It's a good calculation. Ooh, no it wasn't. Disaster strikes again. Alright, now it's just approximately equal. Okay. This is an advantageous endgame because now their king has to go away from the pawn. Alright. I thought when I broke up their pawns it would be hard for them to defend in the time control. And so it has proven. Alright. 3 minutes, 10 points. I thought we were sticking with e4. What am I doing? Okay, let's play knight c3, knight f3. Play h3, the Krasenkow. And now, what do we do? g4? Bishop e2. Maybe bishop e3, because I have the tempo. Knight d2 keeps everything kind of defended. Get the queen out of the way, go queen side, push my king side. h4. We're doing it. h5. We're not doing it. Wow, that's disappointing. I don't know why I didn't consider g5. Alright, we'll take. Bring our king to a1 for some reason. Maybe stick a knight on b5. Can they ever break through this? Bishop a3 is now threatened. But I blundered rook b3. What am I doing? Who knows? Okay. Don't quite get this, but sure. I think they got a little optimistic. Threatening d6. Now the rooks come off. They do get the a nice outpost on d4. That is true. Fair point. But my queen's coming in. Now I get the queens off. And are they going to be able to stop b6, b7, b8? Don't think so. I guessed wrong. Which way they take? Let's check and come to d7, because that way they can't defend d6. Now they can't defend d5. Oh man. Oh man. What a horrible blunder. Alright, we get one last game. We are not going to get back to 2,500, but we had a good run for it until we hung a rook at the end there. Let's play another classical Sicilian, because I should get in practice. Let's play e6, play it more traditionally. Open lines. Knight b5, I was thinking bishop a6. And now I can take on b3 maybe. And maybe queen b8 so the other rook can come to c8. That seems active. Maybe trying to get the knight to c5 or e5. Fair enough. Let's go to c5. Still trying to open lines, just very slowly. How are you going to take back? Queen, probably? Queen. Knight d5, I have rook c1, so that's not a problem. Okay, I did pick the wrong square. Let's go with b8. Crash through on c3. Is this a win? Looks like a win. Just go quick. Just go quick. That's a quick move. Rook c1. Quick move. Not quick, but achieve something. If king a2, I have queen c4, so they have to take, and now I'm up a piece. And play a5 and bishop b4. We'll make Luft, and we'll invade. And I don't see what they can do. But I should be able to play out the rest of the game pretty quickly. Get that b3 pawn. Try to block squares they might flee to, instead of actually trying to check. Instead, it's blocking their path, so it's hard for them to pre-move. Okay, got 7 points away. Let's keep chasing. One more. Play till a loss, or till we break 2,500. Again, always the worst thing to do and the easiest way to tilt yourself, but, maybe we'll get there. We got an IM, it's always fun. And we're gonna give him a pawn. They take an e7. I think queen d1 is supposed to work. Okay. This seems like pretty decent position. Bishop f6, maybe knight e5 or bishop g4 next. I think I can play bishop g4. There's no bishop h7 trick. Okay. Come back to h5. My bishop's on g6. There's no way I'm getting mated. Knight e5. Hit the pinned piece. Hit the rook. Where's it go? Not sure. Threaten e4. They can take and then take b7. Okay, they did not, so I can hold on. I don't mind this pawn structure. That was clever, though. Was it good? Might have been. Their knight is better than my bishop. I think that's just true. So I have to be very careful. Oh, I just hung mate in 2. Yeah. Okay, well, there was the last game to end on. Not the finest hour, but cheers.